Perfect. What was your dream when you were a child?
It seems kind of strange, but I didn't have any dreams, but I wanted to be just like my dad, because he helped me a lot when I was a child. He taught me significant things.
You can say, he taught me. So, are you interested in others' dreams?
Am I interested in others' dreams?
Yeah. So, you can start. For example, just a fake answer. You can make up it. It's not a big problem. But if you are talking, I cannot hear you. Maybe your mic is off.
I'm thinking.
Okay. For example, you can talk about encouragement, motivation.
I think I'm not interested in people's dreams, but if they truly need some advice, it's not a problem for me to encourage them, give them motivation.
So maybe you can say a little bit why you think so.
I think because these people don't relate to me, so I don't have to care about their dreams.
Not interested in their dreams as well, we can say. Okay, be careful that in Ielts you don't have such time to think. So, do you want to make your dreams come true?
Every people want to make their dreams come true,
Mhm.
and I'm not the exception.
Mhm. Maybe you can just mention a little bit. What's dream? That you want it to come true. Just we can make up a dream. It's not a big deal. Mhm.
So one of my biggest dreams is to find my own, find the meaning of life.
Mhm.
So
So, for example, you choose the most difficult section, or the most difficult example, finding the meaning of the life. How to find? How can you explain it? You have an idea?
in my opinion, try every activity, every and being not afraid to make mistakes is significant too. So
Mhm.
find a purpose.
Purpose of your life?
Own purpose.
Mhm. Okay, so let's see speaking part 2 question. It's a little bit difficult, you have to be careful with it. Describe a new law you would like to introduce in your country. You should say what law it is, changes this law brings, whether this new law will be popular, how you came up with the new law, and explain how you feel about this. So your 1 minute is just started. You may start. Let's go. You need to start now. One minute is already passed.
I'm going to talk about a law that was established recently.
Okay.
It's a ban on electronic cigarettes.
Perfect.
So, in Kazakhstan, especially in recent years, the use of electronic cigarettes like vapes has increased, especially among young people. And this has raised concerns among public due to its health risks associated with these devices.
Associated to these devices. Perfect. You can talk about advantages and disadvantages as well.
So, one of the crucial advantages is the save of health of young people. So, vapes are often marketed as a alternative to cigarettes, but some data shows that they can pose serious health risks, especially for teenagers. Also, liquids for these electronic cigarettes contain a lot of harmful chemicals and nicotine as well. That can cause to addiction.
Cause addiction to these products, we can say.
And in my opinion, there is no disadvantages of banning electronic cigarettes.
So all in all, in speaking part 2, you need to sum up your idea.
So this regulation on ban of electronic cigarettes.
The ban of electronic cigarettes or the ban of vapes.
Aimed to save public health.
But not forget the last question. Explain how you feel about it. Your own feeling. You need to talk about. For example, are you smoking? Are you vaping? Does it affect you or not? How you feel? How it changed your life? Or not, of course. In comparison with other countries, if you know, you can compare, contrast.
I'm not smoking, and but I think it's a crucial regulation.
The question is, describe a new law
that
would you like to implement in your government?
helps teenagers to stay
And now
close,
the student is talking about mostly vaping and electronic cigarettes ban in Kazakhstan.
preventing from harmful consequences like cancer and other diseases.
So you are not smoking, so it didn't affect your life, we can say.
Yeah.
In our speaking part 2, you don't have time to prepare. Okay, we have 1 minute, but of course, except this 1 minute, you don't have time to think. You have 2 minutes to talk non-stop. So just, you can talk about advantages, disadvantages, positive, negative side, just to German in your language, for example, we can say. Or you can make up a story. Just you can cover this enough. You can talk about anything. It's not a big problem for us. Be a liar. If you don't smoke, just say I smoke. I smoked in the past. I vaped in the past, and it affected my life totally. Why? Because I couldn't find ways, liquids, materials, devices, etc. Just how to maintain, how to continue. This is all. It's not about you are vaping or not. Or just you can talk about, for example, this is my technique. You can change the way of your answer. Or you can change the question that in the previous lessons I taught you, if you remember, you can change Ielts questions. You can say, I don't smoke, I never vaped, blah, 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 but I implement or I adjust such a new law, enact such a new law. Why? It is because of environmental concerns, healthcare. Then, which one you know? For example, you know healthcare, talk about healthcare. You know environment, nature, pollution, talk about them. If you know finance better than others, talk about finance. Because we are spending a huge amount of money instead of supplying our families, instead of saving this money for our kids, their education, our family members, etc., we are wasting the huge amount of money on cigarettes and tobacco products. As you can see, I easily changed the question in IELTS. Actually, they didn't ask such a question, right? But I changed. So it is totally up to you. Which subject you are really good at, choose this way. In any kind of exam is different. Real life English speaking is totally different subject. Change the question logically. So always try to, for example, find one way, one topic to develop your English. If you have time, 3 will be better. I generally choose healthcare because healthcare can be adjusted to any kind of question. Environment and pollution, especially today or nowadays, we can easily find any kind of relationship between environment. Okito?
Okay.
So, speaking part 3. What rules should students follow at school? Speaking part 3. What rules should students follow at school?
Firstly, it's attendance. Students should attend school regularly and arrive in time. Also, some schools have a dress code. So students have to wear the school uniform.
Third one, maybe. Also, moreover, furthermore, in addition to, what is more, connecting.
Moreover,
Ah,
students have to complete assignments and homeworks on time.
homework, uncountable. You don't have a lot of homeworks, you have only one. So, all in all, what can you say?
Students are typically required to follow these rules in schools to maintain the discipline, safety, and create a positive learning environment.
Okay, now I can accept it. Did you remember IELTS speaking part 3 rules that I taught you in the first lesson? How many sentences do we need? How can we create these sentences? I gave you the formula.
XYZ.
Try to find 3 keywords, 3 reasons, 3 reasons if you can, why not? Explain, give an example. Explain second, give an example, then 3, already 6 sentences. The first one is introduction, that you can talk about your own opinion with keywords, and then conclusion. Finito. Too easily you can give me 8 sentences. So, do people in your country usually obey the law?
Sorry?
Do people in your country usually obey the law? Obey, follow the rule means.
Of course, people tend to follow the law.